there. We're gonna go ahead and save because my resources are a little lower. Let's do a second save just in case. Okay. Portal guard. You emerge from the dark tunnels and your claustrophobia is immediately replaced with vertigo. You're in a fort within a gigantic cavern. The stone ceiling arcs hundreds of feet over your head. As your eyesight adjusts, you look around at the world of Avernum for the first time. You're inside what looks like some sort of fort. It is made of huge blocks of stone, roughly mortared together. Wood must be rare down here. Only the doors are made of it. There are a few odd trees nearby, more fungus than wood. Then, when your awe at this strange sight fades, you notice the warriors. They stand around the lip of the pit you are in, weapons drawn. Some of them have bows pointed at you, ready to fire. As you prepare to defend yourself, a man comes running towards the lip of the pit from the south. Stop! Stop, he shouts. Don't fire. Let me talk. Okay, so they're probably think I'm with Legrand, if I had to guess. Okay. Hi there, Andrew. A small man runs towards you, waving his arms. His skin is incredibly pale in the strange light from the fungal ceiling. When he reaches you, he stops and bends over, hands on his knees, breathing heavily. When he regains his breath, he says, "Don't attack. I'm Andrew the Greeter. We are Avernites. We are here to welcome and help you." A thug named Legrand just came out this way. Did you catch him? Andrew looked embarrassed. We tried. When he ran out, his face was covered by... By the time we were sure he was the killer and not an innocent rival, he had already fled. We'll go ahead. We will ask what happens to me. Well, your new life begins. Now that you have emerged, I have something to say to you. Yes? As Andrew speaks, the guards nearby watch solemnly. Each of them went through the same ceremony, the beginning of a new life. Andrew says, "On behalf of Avernum, I welcome you to your new home, here in the darkness. Our lot is hard, but we are free of the crushing hand of the Empire. We offer you peace and aid, as long as you aid us in return." He smiles deeply. "That is all. We have some aid for you, and you can go out and start your new life." Okay. You called yourself the Greeter. It is my task. I wait for new arrivals such as yourself and welcome them. He bows and welcome. He bows. Welcome to Avernum. Let's ask about Avernum. Avernum is what we call this place. Countless miles of tunnels, caverns, and icy subterranean rivers. It is your new home, he smiles sadly. What does the word mean? In ancient times, Avernum was one of the names for the underworld. It is the place where souls were sent to be judged when their lives were over. Appropriate, yes? It is my job. I am here to ease the considerable shock of being cast into the underworld, of course. So, welcome to the underworld. He pauses his think. Also, I'm here to say where you can get information about Avernum and supplies. Okay, further questions? How can you help me? We can provide two things for you here, supplies and information. Once you know where you can go and have a few coins to get yourself established, we send you on your way. Okay. Information is always useful. Cyril is the town sage. He lives and works in the building just a little bit to the southwest. He's a bit glum, but he does his job well. He will answer your questions as best as he can. Of course, you should get supplies first. Okay, let's ask about supplies. To prevent certain problems, new arrivals are sent to Tor to get modest supplies to support themselves until they find work. He's in the building to the south. We've found doing otherwise results in desperate, dangerous, and violent new citizens. This way, you'll have a fair chance. What you do with it when you leave here is your business. Okay, essentially, people would go a little desperate and try to murder, steal, that kind of thing. That is a common question. I'm afraid not. This fort is small, and we already have all of the defenders we need. The rest of Avernum needs you. Okay, and return to the surface. A common question. No, I would abandon any hope of ever seeing the sun again. The sooner you give up on that, the sooner you can begin to make a new life here. I refuse to accept that. There must be a way out. Andrew shrugs. I did not expect you to believe me. That comes in time. One day you will settle in. Life here is hard, but it has its own rewards and moments of beauty. Do you need anything else? No, I don't think. I don't think we need to. Okay, that is all for now. Let's see Tor. There is a tall man sitting behind the counter wearing bronze armor. Behind him is a large rack of crude stone and bronze weapons. He recognizes you as a new arrival in an instant. Don't recognize you, and I recognize everyone. You must be new. He rises and shakes your hand. You can see how desperately pale years down here have made him. I am Tor. I'm here to give you some supplies before you go on your way. Where do you get the supplies that you give out? Some are sent here by the army, others are sent by the empire. Sometimes they give us weapon and food and other things. We find them in the rival caves with the new exiles. Okay. That's interesting that they would do that. What do you do here? Well, sometimes I maintain the weapons of the guards. Sometimes I guard travelers going to Silvar. I spend most of my time giving supplies to newcomers. What is Silvar? Silvar is the closest town to the west. A very good place to find work if you need it. You should ask Theo about it. His office is the next building to the south. Your weapons need a lot of maintenance. He looks back at them and with disdain. Pretty crude work, huh? Good metal is rare down here. Fools who work it rarer still. And enchanted items? Good luck finding them. Sometimes. Some are made at the Tower of Magi. Also, when Avernum was first discovered, the Empire sent many explorers down here. A lot of them were killed, but their equipment remains. Such items are rare and valuable, and precious though. I wouldn't go hunting them. Better to live a peaceful life in one of the ports, I think. Let's see if we have any other questions. Can I have some supplies? Tor nods, makes some notes on a scroll of crude parchment, and hands you a pouch, some dried meat, and a loaf of unappealing, lightly gray bread. This is the starting allowance. All new arrivals are given to help them get established. We want you to become productive citizens of Avernum as soon as possible. Good luck to you. Okay, that'll be all our conversation. I don't think I can get into a position where I can steal anything useful, unfortunately. I will take the candles though, because light may or may not be a big deal, and if it is a big deal, I would like to have it. There's an Avernite wandering around the streets of the fort, looking for new arrivals. He wears a jerkin of thick lizard hide, and a bow of black wood hangs from his shoulder. The moment he sees you, he almost rushes to greet you. "Welcome to Avernum," he says. "I am Baron. You look newly arrived, and if you don't mind me saying, a bit aimless. I have an opportunity for you." "Who are you looking for?" "People like you. People with talents. Skill with a blade or with magic. The sort of people who could help Avernum." "Help Avernum to what?" Baron looks grim. "To survive. Our battles, whether you like it or not, your battles, your aid may be the thing that tilts the balance in the favor of every human in the underworld." "Okay, so what is this opportunity?" "The opportunity to fight for Avernum, so that we can all survive, and in return, you can gain what little renown and comfort is known in this dark place." "Okay, tell me more." "It's an army thing, isn't it?" He nods. "A wise choice. You should go to Silvar, west of here, and meet the mayor. I've been sent to recruit people like you, and I think you will find the work to your liking. That is all. I will leave you to regain your bearings." He nods and walks off, looking for other potential recruits. Okay, well, that's alright, I guess. Um, Visitor's chambers. Feel free to rest here. Can I actually rest? Is that a thing I can do? I don't think I'm seeing a way I can rest. Hmm. Let's see if there's a quick thing about resting. Charges, junk bag. You will frequently find items you want to take back to town to sell. To make this process easier, your party has a junk bag. Okay. That's fine. Selling crimes. Some items in towns are owned by people nearby. If you take items when they can see you, you are committing theft, and they don't appreciate it. If you kill their livestock, they will be annoyed. If you attack them directly, they will be even more upset. That makes sense. If you commit too many crimes, the town will rise up and attack you. The amount of things you have to do wrong to be attacked varies from one town to town. Okay. Reassuring. Saving and loading. F3 to quick save, F4. Love that save game. So F3, F4. Object, resting and crimes. Resting. You will often want to recharge your party's health and spell energy. Usually you can recover your strength by walking through the gates of a friendly town. Since hiking from the dungeon back to town to rest can be a bother, and give the monsters a chance to get reinforcements, for adventurers carry a supply of healing and energy potions. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm in a friendly town, right? Why has my energy not recovered? No? No? Okay. Take place on a small battlefield. In combat. And travels. Okay, all that makes sense. Spell levels. You can know each spell at level 1, 2, or 3. At higher levels, spells gain more power and start being able to inflict extra effects. When buying a spell in the shop, you can purchase up to 2 levels of it. To learn a spell at level 3, you need to find a spellbook or trainer that teaches it. There are 40 such books and trainers, all hidden over Avernum. 1 for each spell. Okay, that's fine. To learn one of these hidden skills, your total arcane lore and skill of your party must be high enough. Okay. Um. Character editor to learn spells. Select character editor on the title screen to learn how to use it. Great. Great freedom of movement. Bulk pieces of armor make it more difficult to cast spells. Okay. Sword mage trait increases that amount. Anything useful here? Okay, I think that all makes mostly sense. A little bothered by the fact that I'm not just recovering energy though. Nothing on the ground here, but still over here. So this is barrack. Anything worth stealing? Nope. Anything worth stealing? Nope. There was a guard right there. Totally didn't notice that. Let's F3 for a quick save. We're gonna go take that, take that. No, these look to be of particular use. Okay, so he was in the bed apparently. Take F3 again. Let's go ahead and take all of this good stuff. Is there a way for me to see? Avernum? That's not helpful for me. Anastasia. You meet a powerfully built woman. She wears chainmail with a sun insignia painted on the chest. It is faded and chipped, but still visible. Her reddish streak contrasts strongly with the paleness of the rest of her skin. She sizes you up and nods slightly. Heard you've been fighting from the moment you got here. You didn't just scroll up and die. I approve. She shakes your hand. I'm Acacia. Why is that design on your armor? You point out the insignia. It's a crude drawing of the sun. This, it's our symbol, the seal of Avernum. It reminds us of where we came from and where we hope to return to. Yes, I am a guard captain for the barracks here at Fort Avernum. We got a bunch of good men here, and when the Nephilim come for us, we'll give them a good run. We work best on defense. Why are the Nephilim attacking you? They were thrown down here by the Empire, just like us, and they've always hated humans. We haven't attacked anybody, we just want some caves to call our own. Not good enough for our foes. They won't rest until every human is on their dinner plate. It's one of the most important places in the whole underworld. For us, I mean. If the Nephilim take Fort Avernum, arriving humans fall into their hands, and then she draws her thumb across her neck and makes a charming noise. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else? Any advice on where I should go? Anywhere, wherever you go, there will be someone trying to take our land or find a tasty human to eat. So most warriors who arrive here head west to Silvar first. The mayor there has a soft spot for new arrivals. Of course, some people want to find a way to escape the underworld. Fools, if you ask me. We had one of them through here just a few weeks ago. Tell me more. Well, I met him. Someone tried to use one of those strange blue crystals to make a portal to the surface. It was a mad idea, and it wouldn't work. We made the fool leave before he gave any of the new exiles ideas. What strange blue crystals? When the first few people arrived in Avernum, they found a few of these bizarre crystals. When you looked into them, they talked to you, spoke in your mind. Most of them are lost, but there are still a few around. If you look hard enough, some of them even teach you interesting things when they don't drive you mad. Okay, the madness part concerns me. Oh, I can't remember. He said he was heading up to Formello, though. They're welcome. They're welcome to him. People who trifle with unknown magics are dangerous to everyone around them. Okay. Okay. Definitely getting a few tidbits going on. What are these exclamation points on the map? I haven't really been paying attention to those, have I? Okay, so that's what they are. Just kind of like important denotations to kind of keep an eye out on. Yeah, you're watching me. I get it. Okay, Diane. I don't like that you're just up there doing your thing. We should probably put those folks people. Probably there. But put it on the ground for now. Yeah, ground for now. Just to push through. Already have that. Armor is 4%, 5% chance to hit though. I can get the glove. Already have a cloak, doesn't need a bigger cloak. Armor 2% or armor 4%. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap those out. Green. He has a cloak. 4 does not have a cloak. Junk bag. Junk bag. I may keep that. No, I'd probably rather the gold. Realistically, I don't think I would need more than that. Radiate ice. Vaccine by foes. I'll keep that on him. Just because he will be in the thick of it more. Interesting. I don't know why I have that, but that's the thing. That can go into my junk bag. That can go in my junk bag. I don't need more daggers. I really don't. Yep. And to the junk bag it goes. I'm gonna keep the flawed crystals for now. I don't think they're useful for anything else, but it's hard to tell sometimes. There's nothing left on the ground. I will continue to take these mushrooms though. Yep, still gonna take mushrooms. It says Avernum Memorial. To the 94,000 souls who have been imprisoned here. The number has been sanded out and recarved many times. That's a lot of people. A lot of people who just kind of go into a pit and not exist anymore for all intents and purposes. You see a quiet, frail woman. She is picking mushrooms. They are big, bloated brown things. different from any such fungus you ever saw on the surface. When she notices that you are watching her, she blushes and stares into her basket. "Greetings," she says in a quiet voice. "I am Diane." "Those are big mushrooms, aren't they? Lovely things, though the taste is bitter. They are most of what we eat down here, and drink, and what we feed our livestock. They don't grow on the surface. No, the wizards of the Tower of Magi created them using ordinary mushrooms and powerful magic. We depend on them. Without them, we could not live down here." "What do you do here?" "I came here with Tor, my husband. Now that I am here, I help as best as I can, by cooking mainly." "You're the cook?" "Well, a couple times a week I cook meals for everyone here. I'm actually a very good musician, and I sing, but there's not much call for that around the fort." "Oh well, we won't be here forever." "Could you sing something for me?" "She sings a song for you, which you've never heard before. It is long and sad, about life in caves and missing the sun above. She has a beautiful voice." Let's ask about Tor." "Ah, yes, your arrival allotment. We all got it when we came down here. Otherwise, everyone who arrived in Avernum would be poor and desperate, and then they'd rob people and end up in the abyss." "Okay, sorry, what?" "It's far to the west of here. It's where we send the criminals. Not everyone the Empire sends down is kind or sane. Those who can't live with us in peace are sent to the abyss to live apart." "That seems reasonable." Uh, Indeed. When the Empire sends murderers down to live with us, we have little other choice." Okay, that's all that information we need for now. Mm, well, I will take this bag of meal that is just standing there. What is this red pot? Nothing? Okay. What do I go into? Here. Anything that I want to try and steal? I think the answer to that is unfortunately a yes. Mm, will these people go away? I don't think they are. But we are going to save the game, just in case that, you know, I cause problems. I don't need to kill that. Don't really care. Just a fair piece of clothing for armor. Armor is 10%. Where's gonna kill everything? Yeah. Well, apparently they did notice that. Let's load that game. Yeah, let's load that. You meet a young woman with long black hair. She is sitting at a table eating a bowl of thin lizard soup. Her skin has not yet attained the paleness of one who has spent a lot of time in Avernum. When you get close, her head perks up. Once she has seen who you are, she returns to her soup disappointed. "Have a seat, fellow exile. I'm Warwick." Yeah, I guess that's how we'll pronounce your name. "We might as well regain our strength before we go out into the wilds." Uh, You seem like a recent arrival. No, I have been here for weeks, asking people if they have heard of the one who was sent down before me. Her name was Anastasia. She was sent here a few years ago, and I don't want to leave until I know where she is. I haven't met anyone by Anastasia, but I'll remember that you are looking for her. Thank you, I would appreciate that. Fondant. She turns back to her seat. Well, you sit down here. She looks down at the table. I've already learned that it is a rude question to ask. People are sent to Avernum because their secrets are revealed. Once here, we want them to become secrets again. Okay, well, I guess that's a rude question. What are you to do? Take those without stealing and causing potential problems. Cave cows. They're a little messed up looking. But those bags of meal. Don't really know a whole lot about what's going on here. Oh. Okay. Full use is not high enough. Okay, so these are locked doors. There's probably a storeroom of some sort then if I had to guess. Let's go back over here. Oh wow, it's gonna make me go a really long way to do that and stuff. Just through there. Take that. I'm not worried enough about candles to really want to try to steal those. Yeah, don't want to do that yet. Iron javelin. That's not stealing. I am all about taking the iron javelin, but not that. Sure, lamp front, bad. Would love to take that. Rowley shouldn't take any of that. Yeah, probably not. Unfortunate. You meet a middle-aged woman who seems to be in a big hurry, like everyone else you've met. She is extremely pale. She is holding a crude clipboard. She nods to you. Greetings, I'm Janice. Don't come to me for supplies, I just got them. I don't give them out. Okay, well she is probably just counting supplies. I'm in charge of supplies for the fort. The soldiers, they do their own cooking, but I'm the one they come to for the food. And weapons, and clothes. It's tedious work, but it keeps me busy as long as Sail is stationed out here. Tell me about the soldiers. Yes, good lads and lasses, everyone. Well, most everyone anyway. Just between you and me, the best get sent out to the front. Front? To the north, where all the Nephilim are, and to the west to fight the Zerakai? Zerakai. Okay, that's a mouthful. Avernum is a land of constant warfare. I doubt Andrew told you that when you arrived. He didn't want you to succumb to despair. Not right away, anyway. Okay. Who is Dale? She sighs mightily. My husband, the sage. He helps the new arrivals get acclimated being here. Depresses him terribly being at the border and all. Okay. Yes, about the Nephilim. He's convinced they'll storm the fort any day now. Who knows? He may be right. Ah, the doom of all of us, if the Sliths don't get us first. Lots of them have been sent down here with the humans. Many migrate to lower caverns, but many more stay here, determined to take our land. A large tribe of them lives to the north. They don't usually arrive at Fort Avernum, by the way. They tend to appear to the north. The Empire, they send down things we need to survive from time to time. Livestock, food, alchemical supplies. They arrive in the caves below along with the people, and we send carts down to haul them out. Yeah, why does the Empire give us things? That's a really good question, right? It is a mystery. Maybe a few officials on the surface have actual honor, and they don't want us to die, or more likely it is a reward for something Avernum does for them. What might that be? I don't know. Nobody tells me. Taps her clipboard nervously with a chipped fingernail, eager to return to work. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for the supplies you gave out unwittingly. That's fine. So that's the meal hall. I wanted to go back down here. And absolutely no reason to do that. Okay. Let's see where the borders of the town are. By the proclamation of King Micah, there is no anarchy here. Those who harm others will be banished to the abyss or slain. I don't know what this statue is. Play with me, look of it then. The sign says, surface goods storage, unauthorized Avernites keep out. Well, we all know how good I am at keeping out. But we're not. This is a forum where the surface goods the Empire occasionally sends down through the portal are stored before they're distributed throughout Avernum. Understandably, goods from the surface are very valuable down here. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. Probably a whole lot of nothing from the looks of it. Ooh, we do got back to sugar. Who's Dunbar? You see a worn and scarred middle-aged man. He has the thin, washed-out look you already associate with many years in Avernum. We hope your time here is kinder to you. He carries a potted plant and a shovel. He nods to you and sits down in the pot for a moment. Dunbar, he says, welcome. Is he kind of a farmer? I'm the groundskeeper and gardener. And fix-it man. I like gardening best, but I do what they need. Tell me about the plant. Well, we've bred some pretty weird plants down here. All sorts of mushrooms for food and fodder. Those weird twisted trees give what little wood we have. And so on. Mages make the plants. I grow them. You eat the mushroom? Yes, and not much else. You'll get sick of them before too long. But they're food, and that's what counts. How do the trees grow down here? Amazing, aren't they? The roots dig into the rock, and the leaves absorb moisture from the air. They get light from the fungus above. I can't figure out how the scrawny things stay alive, but they do. I've never heard of trees like these. That's because they were created down here, by the wizards. They live in a tower to the south or something. All the wizards go there to do all the standard weird stuff with demons and such, but they make plants too. Without them, we'd all be dead. Not sure, but there's plenty of warmth and wet for them. There's volcanic vents everywhere, see? They make everything smell and they're dangerous, but the warmth keeps us all alive. Let's do another question. How long have you been down here? Hard to tell. Tough to keep track of years without being able to see the sun. Sometimes they say what year it is, but I don't see why you should believe them. They can't see the sun any more than I can. A long time. Yes, a long time. Building, fighting, tending to my garden. He looks down at a vicious scar on his arm. Like the gardening best. Okay, dude. You're a real tripper sort. Yeah, so I think that covers everything I need to look at here. Oh, I should go talk to those people. I should go do that. Let's do that before I move on. May as well. I don't know that anyone's actually let them know that they're free. Okay, yeah, they did not. It is a good thing I came down here. She is so relieved that for a moment you think she might break into tears, but then she starts nudging the others with her shoe. Come on, let's escape while we can. As they rise, she turns to you. I thank you. This has this has been a rough arrival, but perhaps things will improve. She thinks, but I doubt it. Then she turns and begins to escort the others towards the exit. The conversation ends. Cool. Gain some experience. Let's say before I start distribution skill points. Did I do the right one or did I do the other one? Let's do that first. Okay, so you gain levels by completing quests and defeating foes. When you gain a level, you gain skill points. You can spend skill points to improve your skills. Press the plus button to increase, yada yada yada. Okay. So let's go ahead and read through these while we're at it. Strength. How muscular you are. Improves your chance to hit and damage with melee weapons. Enables you to wear heavier armor without being encumbered. Having more of this skill is a great benefit to warriors. Dexterity. How fast you are on your feet. Improves your chance to hit and damage with missile weapons. Reduces your chance of being hit in combat. Helps you act sooner in combat. Warriors and archers are aided by this skill. That's a tigers. Yeah, let's go get mauled by a tiger when we need you in the restroom, right? How good you are at thinking things out and solving problems. Increases the character's spell energy and helps you resist charming and other mental magic. Endurance. Measures how hardy you are. The more endurance you have, the more health you'll have and the less poison and other such afflictions will affect you. Also helps you resist harmful magic. Okay. Take damage, spell energy. Okay. So I've got an attribute point. So I have one attribute point I can spend right now. So his health is 45. I can't really see everyone else's right now. Okay, so that's what it's going to do that to me. Can I see how it would affect things? So I gain 5 more health. Let's do another point of strength. Next level will go into endurance, I think. That'll be my main focus is on him. Melee weapons, your skill in the use of bladed melee weapons, daggers, swords in combat increases both damage done and your chance to hit 1% per level. Also makes more battle disciplines available. Okay. Pole weapons, your skill in the use of pole weapons, spears, pipes, halberds in combat increases both damage done and your chance to hit. Okay. Okay. Bows, all that fun stuff. Stone missiles. Far lighter on your feet. Each level this gives you a 10% chance of evading enemy attack and a 10% chance of starting combat rounds with a bonus action. Well, I'm not going the sniper route, so I'm not really too concerned there. Hardiness. Hardiness acts like natural armor. Each level hardiness reduces damage you take from all sources, even magic, poison, and acid. That's helpful. Blade Master makes you far more effective with all blade and pole weapons. Each level increases damage done by 3% and chance to hit by 1%. Also helps you recover from fatigue more quickly. Okay. Parry grants a character a 3% per level chance to reduce the damage from a melee or missile attack. Is that his ribcage split open? It might be. Helps you act more quickly in combat. In addition, each level makes fatigues from your battle disciplines fade 5% faster. Dual wielding, 2 weapons at once. Reduces 2% per level of damage penalty when you have a weapon in each hand. More effective with missile weapons. Melee or missile weapon, this skill gives a 3% chance of doing far more damage. Okay. 3% per level, chance to turn a melee attack back on a foe that is swinging at you. Okay. Okay. So I can only increase a skill once per level. So I can go here. How do I want to do this? I probably want to definitely take the hardiness. Probably will also take that. Is there any magic stuff I want to do? Full use? Nah, that's gonna be for the rebel. Okay, the more that's present in the party. Okay. First aid at the end of combat, this skill will restore some of your health and spell energy. The more opponents kill during the battle, the greater the effect. Okay. So this is a party-based kind of deal. That makes sense. Arcane lore. I think this is probably a party buff as well. Yeah. There's a chance that you won't spend all the spell energy you normally would. Let's take a moment to look at that bunny. Right? That thing looks a little upset being pulled out of a top hat. But let's look at traits. So, traits, these special abilities help you customize the character. The grayed out traits will become available as you gain skills and levels. When you're done, press the OK button. Okay, so a decent number of traits. Okay, so I've already got Sure Hand 1 with melee attacks by 5%. Each level increases your damage with melee attacks by 3%. You're in. Oh, okay. So maximum of 3 increases. So that I could get 10% damage essentially. Full use by 1. Not gonna be this guy. Good health. Maximum health by 5%. Exercise and clean living enable you to absorb more punishment than weaker warriors. Improves endurance. Ooh. Okay, so 5% health, right? That's not a ton. Cause that if I get up to 100 health, that is only 5%. So like if I do this, it doesn't even show me, does it? But if I do endurance, like it will just give me 5 more health. Is there? I wonder what else this tells me. It's pointing bow or thrown. Anything else with more health? Robust health increases your maximum health by 4%. And self-denial have enabled you to take even more punishment. Okay. Increases your maximum health by 3%. Okay. I mean, man. Yeah, like none of that seems particularly needed. Like, at best, if with robust health is 4, so that's 8, 13%. That's 3 points. I mean, it can maybe get there, but definitely not ones that I need to be worried about right now. I don't think that's even close to being really worthwhile there. Now this guy, stone missiles and pole weapons. How do I want to increase him? Dexterity, chance to hit with metal weapons. Heavy armor, endurance. We are going to do dexterity. Bonus action. Man, how do I want to do this? Let's go to miscellaneous. Full use, save lore, first aid. Yeah, definitely want to bump full use up. That's pretty much a guarantee. Fingers full use by 1. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy there. Now our friendly little priest. Increases the character's spell energy and helps to just fund other mental magic. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Missile weapons I don't really care too much about. Priest spells are important. So I did that. That's fine. Arcane lore. Probably that. Increase intelligence, elemental focus. I don't really deal a lot of elemental damage right now. Don't need that. Energy blessing. I think I'd go. Yeah, I think I'd just do that. Probably end up doing the same thing for the mage. Yeah. Bow, I'm less worried about. We are going to put a point into each of these. Well, I don't really deal with healing spells, so I don't really want that. Don't really care about the nimble fingers. Improved intelligence, I think, is just going to be another go-to. Because spell energy, right? So yeah, so 70 spell energy for these guys. Yeah, just too useful. Yeah, let's go ahead and save that, because I don't really want to redo that. Guy really is a little twerked out about the Nephilim. You see a slender, worried-looking man wearing the robes of a mage. Somehow, despite the crude surroundings, he is impeccably dressed. He sits behind a desk laden with books and scrolls. When you enter, he lets out a world-weary sigh. Another arrival. Another unfortunate. I am Thale, and I can give you information you can use to settle into life here. Alas, the news is all bad. Okay, you can tell me about Avernum. He grimaces. I'm here to help you, even if the help causes great pain. Well, every day or so, our benevolent overlords above throw a few more souls into this hellish cesspit. Then they come to me, and I tell them just how bad things are here. He chuckles dryly. Normally I'd be cheery, but today I'm just not in the mood. Anyway, I'm here to give information. Yes, for example, our lovely neighbors, the Nephilim and the Lithzerakai, or on your chances for escape, or on how you get supplies, or on the local politics. The Nephilim you've heard of. There are many of them on the surface. However, until you arrived in Avernum, you had never heard of the Lithzerakai. What are the Lithzerakai? Lizard men. Only live below ground, intelligent, powerful fighters, very magically talented. We've been at war with them for years, and lately things have been at a stalemate. They live to the west. Who runs things down here? Each town has a mayor. The mayor forms a council. The council co-rules with King Micah, lord of our homey little pit. Micah lives in the great cave. To get there, go a ways south and a ways west. By the way, the council meets in the castle. It's a place you should know about. What is a castle? It's our pride and joy. We built a real castle of rock, crude magic, and spit. King Micah lives there, orchestrating our desperate defenses. You should see it. It's reasonably impressive. It's in the great cave to the southwest. Information. What are our chances from escaping Avernum? No chance. None whatsoever. We all stay down here until monsters hunt us down like dogs. Reassuring. Oh, where should I go? I knew I was missing one. I hear you can fight. Avernum needs that to delay the inevitable. There are 2 settlements near here. Tell me more. Duvnos is to the north. It's a farming community ravaged by Nephilim raids. You'd have better luck at Silvar to the west. It's the largest settlement nearby, and the mayor is always looking for warriors. I would go there first. I think if I was a warrior, which happily I'm not. Okay, so that's a locked door. Nothing on the ground worth really speaking of. Okay. Well, I think it is time to leave town. You step out of Fort Avernum and get your first good look at your new home. You are at the east end of an enormous cavern, many miles across. In the dim green light, you can look out through the mist and see a huge forest of the strange fungal trees. A dark river flows by to the south and to the west. You can dimly make out the lights of a town. Although you're far underground, it's not as quiet and peaceful as you thought it would be. Sounds echo well in this cavern. You can dimly make out the hisses of lizards, flowing water, and unnervingly, the growls of distant humanoids. Your journey into Avernum is about to begin. Okay, reassuring. Super reassuring. We're going right back in, so I want my... There we go. Cool. Okay. So. This is probably the wild part that they were talking about. A little bit different than how like the Abaddon Priest plays. I'm gonna fight them, aren't I? I'm gonna fight them. Okay, so that's a patrol. 8 miles north, which I couldn't even tell you which way is north really. Downside with the isometric games, right? All distances subject to being changed by cave quake. The sign says Fort Avernum, 7 miles south. Formello, 40 miles north. Beware, bandit territory to the north. Okay, so this is south, that's north. This must be to the west. Okay, this is interesting. You see in the middle of this grove of twisted trees a huge group of gremlins. These strange manic creatures are rare on the surface. They're very treaty, but sometimes very volatile and dangerous. Strangely, this group doesn't seem happy at all. In fact, they seem downright suicidal. They lie on their back, shaking their heads and occasionally sobbing. Let's try and talk to them. As you approach, they perk up considerably. As you wonder why, they suddenly rush you, taking you by surprise. Then they recede, taking your jug of cheap wine with them. Unfortunately, after a few sips, they decide your rot gut is up to their exacting standards. Insulted, they push you out of their grove. Okay. Use blessings. If you run into trouble in combat, be sure to use blessings. The mage spell haste and the priest spell's war blessing and protection will make you more effective in combat. Later, your mages and priests will be able to create wards and cloaks, magical shields that aid your entire group. Okay. Well, I don't really know how strong these guys are. So we're gonna find out. Battle discipline. Super dead. A little bit damaging. Okay, well, oh, oh. Okay, well, I've learned something new. Apparently when you're in combat, you lose the chance to pick up things on the ground. That's unfortunate.